welcome to day 2. Today we're going to talk about persuasion principles. And when we say persuasion principles, we're definitely not trying to coerce your web visitor into parting with their hard-earned cash for something they don't want or need. Instead, we're using science to understand buying decisions and applying principles to help the right audience understand how you can solve a problem they have. I always say ethics is in the eye of the beholder, so these persuasion principles are a tool, and how that tool is used depends on the intention of the person using it. If you have bad intentions for the tool, then it'll be used for bad, and vice versa. I'm going to assume that you have good intentions for the tool of persuasion principles and continue. The first one I want to talk about today is the rule of reciprocity. A tongue twister. This is based on the idea that humans are innately motivated to make an exchange of equal value. So this dates back to civilizations when bartering and fair exchange of goods meant the difference between life and death. The stakes were high then, but the motivation remains now. So if you can provide an uncanny amount of value for your web visitor in the form of blogs, video content, downloadable checklists, really great copy, ebooks, and useful stuff, they are more likely to want to return the favor and give you their email address in return, or even book a discovery call with you. So take leaves us with a bad taste in our mouths. And that's why if you're giving your web visitors something they really value, they'll want to give you something back in return. The second persuasion principle is the rule of consistency. And this starts before your reader has even got to your website. So unless your SEO is absolutely on point, it's unlikely that someone will reach your website knowing absolutely nothing about you. So they've just Googled and found you. They've probably come across your business before on social or in a publication or event or however you market your business. So it's important to be consistent in your tone of voice in order to build the like, know, and trust factor. People don't buy from people they don't trust. The rule of consistency also plays into another persuasion principle, which is the rule of familiarity. So this says that people like things they are more familiar with. So whether that be places, objects, or people, the more consistent you are, the more someone gets to know you, the more they get to know you, the more familiar you seem, and the more familiar you seem, the more they'll like you. And people buy from people they like. The third persuasion principle I'm going to talk about is social proof. So we use social proof such as testimonials to make people feel assured and confident that what we offer is the real deal. So it plays into the psychology principle of herd mentality. We feel safer following others. So if we go to a website and we can see that there's other people that have bought this service before and enjoyed it, we feel safer and more likely to click the button or take the action. So to recap, the 3 persuasion principles that I think you need to use on your website in order to create more conversions is the rule of reciprocity, give something, get something back. The rule of consistency, people like and will therefore spend money with people or brands they are more familiar with. And social proof. We feel safer to buy if we know other people have bought before. So when done well, when we're using these persuasion principles well, the idea is not for the writer or the copywriter to persuade the reader that they should be taking this action. The idea or the real art is when the reader persuades themselves. So the 3 principles can help that happen. All right, so tomorrow we're going to talk about SEO and how you can use SEO and the science behind SEO in order to convert more website visitors. See you then.